Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Wahyuni. I'm from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. In a good occasion, I want to present my article on International Conference on Mathematics and Science Education 20 and 21. The title of my article is Female Student Attitude Toward Physics, a Descriptive Quantitative Study in Junior High School at Islamic Boarding School. In this article, I'm as a first author, and then there is Mr. Ahmad Samsudin, a second author, and then there is Miss Irma Rahma Suwarma, a third author, and the last one is Miss Yunia Nabila Aziziy. First one, background. In this my research, simply the background can see in figure 1. Then many studies have found students don't like physics because it contains concepts they are linked to mathematical equation. For example, concept force. Force equal mass dot acceleration. And the other we can see like pressure, work, power. And all of the material it is contained in basic learning in junior high school. And it pertains with attitude toward physics. And we know that attitude toward physics can be portrayed as the emotion, conviction, and value held toward physics, which incorporate physics curriculum, physics learning, physics instructor, and physics as a career expressed within the shape of positive or negative reaction toward physics. And then attitude toward physics reaction can positive or negative, and then it will influence learning outcome or achievement. Besides that, we know that atmosphere education, informal education, and Islamic boarding school were different. Why it's different? Because in Islamic boarding school, the learning atmosphere is an integration between Islamic values with national education curriculum. And because of it, it influences learning process. And then learning process is influence learning outcome. And learning process also influence attitude toward physics. So that because of it, it's so important why I take my research about attitude toward physics. Then method. The first one is research design. Simply, in this research, based on figure 2, this is my research procedure. First, literature study, then formulate the problem, then adopted instrument attitude toward physics using Colorado Learning Attitude About Science Survey. Then this instrument administered online to all participants. Then data analysis using class scoring tool and ANOVA by IBM SPSS Statistic 22. And the last one, enact a conclusion whether the achiever affected the student attitude toward physics. And then there is a participant. The participants who involved in this research were 135 female students of junior high school in Islamic boarding school. The Islamic boarding school is located on Pati, Central Java. And for the table 1 is describe demographic profile of participant. It's based on age, grade, class, and regional origin based on this table. And the next is instrument. The instrument is adapted from the Colorado Learning Attitude About Science Survey class. It is an instrument to measure students' attitude toward physics that development by Adam et al. Then, the questionnaire of class are consists of 42 things comprised of 26 things paired into a construct, 9 things not having specific construct, 6 things not valuable, and 1 item utilized to distinguish members who don't examine the survey. In this research, the instruments that researchers used were 36 items with expert response, include 26 items that sat in a category, and this questionnaire using Likert scale. And then data analysis. The collected data of attitude toward basic form survey were quantitatively analyzed using class scoring tool and ANOVA using IBM-SPSS statistic 22. Then class scoring tool adapted from peaceport.org, online website that's providing expert recommendation about teaching methods, assessment, and results from basic education research. Meanwhile, before analyzing ANOVA using IBM SPSS Statistic 22, the collected data were changed from ordinal to interval by MSI. It is method of successive interval. After change in interval data, it was analyzed using one-way variance analysis ANOVA. Then, result and discussion. Based on survey, overall, female students in Islamic boarding school have positive attitude toward physics. It can see based on table 2 because the score favorable is greater than unfavorable. Based on table 2 overview of class survey result, we also know the categories, and by using class scoring tool, this table can be converted into graphic favorable versus unfavorable sweep table with figure 3. Based on figure 3, we know that there are 3 categories that now appear. They are problem solving sophistication, conceptual understanding, and applied conceptual understanding. It happens because of they have a favorable score under 30, so it cannot appear in this graph. It means that students have less positive attitude toward physics on these 3 categories. And based on the graph, we also know that students have high score on personal interest, real world connection, problem solving general, problem solving confidence, and the last is sense making or effort. Next, about attitude toward physics, that we know in order to determine the different efforts of attitude toward physics on each perspective is used one-way variance analysis ANOVA by IBM SPSS Statistic 22. The test of homogeneity of variance based on Table 3, it displays the result of the variance homogeneity test as a prerequisite prerequisite for being able to use ANOVA. The result found that FCON 0.287 with significant 0.834. Therefore, the significant value is higher than 0.05. It can be concluded that the variance between groups is homogeneous. After the prerequisite to be able to using ANOVA is fulfilled, we can analyze score using ANOVA. It used to determine the influence of each variable having more than two groups on the attitude score. And the result we can see based on table 4. That based on table 4, we know that the significance is 0.000. So there is difference on each level. And then based table 5, it is known that there are difference in the average attitude toward physics according to the age level, except on age 14 and 12 that have significant more than 0.05. The result is relevant with previous research that found difference in the average attitude toward physics according to age level. Hence, in this research found on 14 and 12 years old, there is no difference in the average attitude toward physics. Maybe this happened because of several factors. It called from exogenous and endogenous variables. For exogenous factor, example age of understudy, sex of the understudy family, and then family background and social component. And from endogenous factor, it have been considered to beneath the direct control of instructive prepare. And the conclusion is the current research found that overall female students in Islamic boarding school have positive attitude toward physics, especially on personal interest, real-world connection, problem-solving general, problem-solving confidence, and sense-making are event categories, but have less positive attitude toward physics in problem solving, sophistication, conceptual understanding, and applied conceptual understanding. Furthermore, there were significant differences in average of attitude toward physics based on age level, but in this research also found an anomaly result on 14 and 12 years old that there was no difference in average on attitude toward physics. So it is hoped that there will be further research to reveal why this happened. Okay, I think it is all of my presentation. Thank you very much. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.